Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that uses radio control to get kids excited about math and science. We've got our Proline Pro MT 4x4 on the bench, or at least half of it. Here's the other half. But today we're buttoning up the rear half of the car here. We broke down the diff, cleaned it up, put in some 30,000 weight team associated diff oil. 30,000 weight, not 30 weight, or 30,000 CST. So we've got this filled up. It is nice and smooth. All right, no notchiness. We cleaned up the gears. We're going to go ahead and pop this back in. From the factory, there's some grease in there, but we're going to go ahead. We cleaned up that grease. We will go ahead and put in some fresh grease. Let me get that over here. No. We'll go ahead and use this grease. I'm just going to... This actually came with our Pro SC, which you can see the chassis for in the background there. Pretty much the same truck, except for a shorter chassis and different hexes on the wheels. But enough about that truck. We'll return to this. The differential only goes in one way. So you can see a notch in the diff case there. So we'll just go ahead and pop this in. Get the other dog bone in here. Get the differential in, okay, and then we'll put some grease on this. Unfortunately, the thicker diff oil, I don't know if I can even get this open. Let me get a tissue. The 500 weight oil that came with the Pro SC kind of leaked out in our packaging here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this open with a tissue. There we go. And let's see here, what should we use? I'm just going to grab a clean toothpick here to apply some of this grease to the teeth. Scoop it out here. Just going to apply it to those teeth and spin it around the pinion. Or not the pinion, but the ring gear here. Tad more. That grease just to make sure all the teeth have some on. It does no good for the grease to be on the case. You want it on the teeth. So I'll just spread some of this over. You can use your finger or something too, but alright, well that's good enough. Go ahead and put the diff case on. These diffs are nice because you actually don't have to disassemble the truck like I did here. We were replacing the C pin, the C hinge pin holder. So we just took the whole rear end out of the truck, which was pretty easy to do. Just took a couple of screws there, you can see on the bench. And I'll just screw these in here using the power driver. And just finish this off by hand. The fitment on these trucks is pretty great. The manufacturing tolerances. Really pleased with that and just the way these trucks come together. Just checking out the hinge pins there, the suspension. Looks good. Oh yeah, actually one more thing. If you're going to be running high power, you'll definitely want to get this. This is part number 6331-00. It's the HD gear clip upgrade. And these are C-clips. These are 12 millimeter C-clips. So if you have like an auto parts store nearby, you can pick those up too. For us, we just went ahead and ordered them for Proline. Cut this bag open. So the Pro MT, actually I'm not sure if the Pro MT comes with these now, but we had an early run Pro MT, meaning early batch. It was quite early in the production. We snapped, we just removed the stock clips here, right? Some people will put a dab of super glue or CA glue on there, but this is a better fix. You'll need a set of these. These are pliers used for installing C-clips, so there's 2 holes in the top of the C-clip. You just put them in here. You can probably pick these up at Harbor Freight or something. We had them already, and you just you just pinch down. That opens up the C-clip and snap it on. All right, there we go, and that retains the pinion gear, nice and smooth. This is ready to go back on the truck. So we'll go ahead and button up this truck here. Alright, so this is the front half of the truck. Just make sure that you have the dog bone in. Oh. Alright, and I'm gonna wipe this down a little bit. There's some grime on here, not a huge deal, but while we're here, we might as well make it clean. Alright. And we'll just put this back on. Oops. Dropped a screw there. Put that off to the side. There we go. So, make sure you line up the dog bone. There we go. And we'll go ahead by... Dog bone slid out there again. There we go. I mean, we could put in... anyways, there's a bunch of ways you can install this. We'll put in the threaded screws first. So these 2 that go through that D pin. You want to use some thread lock, of course, because it's metal going into metal. So put some thread lock on the screw. You can see where it had thread lock before because it was that white residual on the threads there. Okay, just making sure not to cross thread the screws. There we go. So 2 screws that go through the D hinge pin holder. And then 1 that goes through the C hinge pin holder that we upgraded to the heavy duty version. And then there's 2 more screws that go into the chassis brace. You can see the upgraded metal one that we got for our Pro SC. We didn't get one for our Pro MT just because, well, we'll see how this one holds up. Probably, we the screw in here. And then I dropped one. There's another one that goes in there. It fell out of the brace. Probably in the storage box that we keep this truck in, but we'll just finish it off by putting on the rear bumper then. So this is pretty straightforward. Again, it's nice. Got the little countersinks built into a lot of the plastics here on this truck. Put this on, and also here. So it just kind of snaps in, lines up all the holes for you, which is really nice. And these screws, these larger 4mm screws, we don't have to put thread lock on because they actually thread into the diff case. Doesn't seem like they're lining up here. Oh, actually I made a mistake. Note that there's shorter screws and longer screws, and I laid these out in the orientation of the chassis here. I was using the shorter screws and the deeper holes. All right. Just doing a crisscross pattern here to line everything up. Okay, there we go. All right, and with that, this truck is ready to go back on the road. Well, we'll see what we have. We're going to go bashing here with Razor RC, so that's why we're prepping this truck. So if we have some more time, we might break down the front diff as well in the center, just to get fluids, fresh fluids, and grease into all those. So you can check out all the videos in the playlist description on this truck. We got 2 more screws to put up on the top there, but I won't make you guys watch me do that. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.